So this was the third and last film I did with Wes. It was originally called Scary Movie, and this was his invention, his reinvention of himself. When Scream came up, Scary Movie, he and Kevin Williams said, let's reinvent that. Let's put our audience not only in the film, but let's have them so aware of what a scary movie is. And this was when Blockbuster, when videotape rental companies started, it was truly a mom and pop thing. Certainly in New York. That's why, and in fact, as an aside, that's why Videodrome did so well. Didn't do well at the theater, but everyone who saw that title at their video store rented it, and it was a huge, huge success. Everyone saw Videodrome, but most of them didn't see it in the theater. So that's when Kevin Williamson, who was a very clever writer, decided with Wes, I'm going to resculpt this. So now not only is and to his discredit, from that point on, every teenager sounded like a hip Hollywood writer. They would, hey man, and they'd have all this snappy phrases, smart ass teenagers is what I call them. But that was the beginning. And in the end, all the references that Jamie Kennedy's character had, for example, don't say I'll be back, and all these rules about horror films and teenagers, he would recite them the way they all learned them, basically the way we were all taught. And that's what happens in real life. So he had a lot of fun creating this world in this small town, and creating what was otherwise just kids going to school, layers of intrigue. That one of the kids was now involved. Her mother had been killed. Her father was guilty, or wasn't he? Who knows? The TV news, the sun gun, and all of that happened. So he made it much more. Wes found a way to relate what was otherwise a cliche of kids in movies, and he rewrote it and said, now we have kids who are smart enough to know they're in movies because these are the rules of scary movies. And this small town vibe in Santa Rosa, we went there to shoot in the high school, which was pretty famous for a lot of different films. The most famous was a film called Peggy Sue Got Married that Francis Ford Coppola directed. And the school board, however, decided that Wes Craven was not going to make a film in their school. This was a somewhat Christian-based school board, not the school. The school wasn't a parochial school. It was a public school, but people on the school board said, we want to read the screenplay. No, we're not having that. And unfortunately, Wes was quoted as saying, wait till we sick the mouse on you, meaning the Disney lawyers. So that somehow leaked its way under the headlines, that everyone, this was a little before the internet, but everyone locally kind of jumped on, oh, no, you won't. You can't say that to my school board. So we were stuck in Santa Rosa and ended up shooting the school in a variety of buildings, institutional things that bring in a row of lockers, and you say, okay, now we're in a school. So there was a challenge for the mechanics of it, but the dramatics of it, and Neve Campbell as a key character, Rose McGowan, these are all great young supporting actors. Matt Lillard, these guys, they're all still around, God knows, but that's kind of where they got their break. Certainly Neve, after Party of Five, she ended up being the star of this film.